Hello guys, today I'm going to be teaching you how to replace the headlight bulbs on your Yamaha Warrior. This is kind of a complicated task, but the tool, it's pretty easy. It's kind of a pain, really, more than complicated, it's more of a pain. The tools you'll need for this is a Phillips screwdriver, just any standard one would usually work, a ratchet, a 10mm socket, hopefully you still have one, and a 12mm socket. Alright, now the first thing you're going to want to do is get your 12mm socket and there's a bolt right here, you can see it right there, and on the sides right here, and turn you around, and right there. So go ahead and take all these off. Get here, this is kind of a pain. Alright, break all of them loose, and this, what you're really doing is you're taking this bracket off here. This metal, like, brush guard almost, is what it is. And that's only part of the steps here. Take this off. Alright, now what you want to do after you get these 3 screws off here, what you're going to want to do is, see right there, we got them off. Now these headlights are loose, so they can go ahead and come out. They're not quite ready. There's a sneaky little 10mm bolt right here, and you might need an extension here. You're going to take that one off, and then there's an exact another one on the other side right here. So go ahead and take those off, and this whole bracket should start coming loose here. See this bracket that kind of encases the headlights? This should start coming loose, and then everything will just start falling out. Alright, take it around here, and you can see right there is the other screw. Alright guys, bolt. I'm gonna break it loose with a ratchet. Okay, now that we got those out, you can kind of see this whole bracket wants to start falling off. What you're gonna do is you're gonna kind of here. There, so you can kind of see. There we go. She just kind of falls out there. Now I have these like clips that aren't like the ones from Yamaha, so don't expect them to be from Yamaha. They'll look kind of like these white ones down here. You can kind of see those, and they're just a single clip. Let's see if we can get to them here. And you just kind of pull them out and get these out. Anyways, once you catch your headlights there, so once you get those out, you can take your whole bracket and everything and take your headlights out. Perfect. Alright, so I already got it part way out. You can kind of see it just pulls out, but there's a little tab on the top, so if it's not wanting to really pop out of the top, that's okay. You just kind of gotta do this one hand. You kind of pull this out and kind of like push this top part down, and you should get this revealed back of the headlight. You can kind of feed this wire through, get it here through, You know, maybe, just maybe, that won't go through. Alright. Now what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna take this boot, and there should be like these tabs. You can see that there. And you're gonna go ahead and like pull this boot up. I can't do it with one hand, so I'm gonna catch you in a second. Alright, so as you can see, we got the boot off, and now we're gonna go ahead and take this like centerpiece out. And what you have to do is you have to kind of twist it this way, kind of get it off, which is kind of a pain. And again, I can't do this with one hand, so let's try to get this off. Alright, so what you do is you kind of you gotta push down almost. So you kind of take this, push down, and twist left, almost like you'd unscrew something. And then you're just gonna take your bulb and very, very carefully take it out. Now we do have bulbs here. Let's see if we can get them here. Here we go. Alright, so we got the LED bulbs. So we're just gonna go ahead and slip these in here. And if you can kind of see, focus here, there's like a little notch right there. There should be a notch on your bulb. Show it here. So you see that notch? You're gonna line that notch up with this hole, and it should just be perfect. Sit in. See if we can get mine to do that. There. Okay, perfect. Now that bulb's in, we're gonna go ahead and put this spring-loaded thing back on. But you do have to line these two terminals up with these. So just make sure you do that. Again, I can't show this on camera just because it's just too much of a pain. So come back. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can't just do it on the other one. Show you how it's done. So you put these in, and then you're gonna just take your boot here, and you're gonna kind of slide it over. See if you can get that here. Oh, perfect. Okay, perfect. So if you can see, there's a little gap here. If there's a single gap, you could get a short potentially in your headlight here, because this boot is the only thing keeping it watertight. So you need to have it fully sealed. So if you can kind of see how I just put it down, just make sure it's fully down, because if it's not and water or something gets in, you could be in some serious trouble. Now, pro tip, see this screw here? You can see on the front, if it's not too rusted, and you can actually use that screw, it positions the headlight and tilts it. So if it's, you know, shooting kind of like up like this or something, you can angle it down so you can, you know, see where you're going actually, instead of just shooting in the sky. So that's a really, really nice thing I think Yamaha added. So let's go ahead and get this other one off, and I'll show you how, see if I can like further show you how to get this bulb off. If kind of pro tip here, I guess, if you want to take this outer cage off, you not like permanently, like just to clean the actual like glass part, like that's in front of the bulb, you take like, I think there's 3 or 4 screws. Yeah, no, only 3. So you take that one, there should be one on the side here. Oh, that's the one I took out. There's 2. Okay, that one and that one, and then you have to unscrew this positioning screw all the way out. And you can take, actually I don't know if you have to. Yeah, I know you have to. And you can take this kind of cage off, and that's how I actually did my Angry Eye mod. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of pull these together, line these up, see if we can get it here. Can't really. Here, bounce you here, perfect. Take this and shove it down, perfect. Boom, and it should click together just like that. You're gonna go ahead and put that screw, get it here, that like ionized screw or whatever you want to call that. Phillips screw, and you're going to line it up with the back. Thread it in, and then repeat that same process with this one. Alright, now you're just going to do everything all over again. You're going to feed this wire through here, and then go ahead and feed this one through there. And then there's two little notches right there and then right here, and they need to line up together. So when you put it in, these need to line up. So you can kind of see if it wasn't on the floor, it would line up. And then your long screw, this one goes through here. Alright, now we have this assembly. We're gonna go ahead and just slap this on the quad. You do have to connect these two lights, I guess you could say. Go ahead and connect those. And then rest it where the mounting points would be. Alright, so now that we have them all plugged in and kind of sitting there, really quickly turn your quad on, or not on, but turn the key and turn your headlights on and make sure they work. Because if they don't work, then you're gonna, have to tear them all apart and redo it. So these obviously work. I will link these down in the description. They, on the reviews, it said that they didn't work that long. I was just kind of shooting, hey, they look great. $15 isn't that bad. The brand that the Yamaha uses is called Stanley. So go ahead and close up here. Anyway, so Stanley, and it should say also on the back of here Stanley. So if you want to get OEM parts, or not OEM, but what Yamaha trusted in their machines, go ahead and get Stanley, choose Stanley, or really any other great headlight bulb out there. I was again risking it, so if you want these exact ones, I'll link them down in the description. If not, then go on with your day. So now what you're going to want to do is turn that off and go ahead and take your knot there. You're going to take these, and you're going to go ahead and put those where they were, so right in that little hole. And you might have to lift the bracket up, and both on those, both sides, and then the small 12 millimeter bolt goes here. I would recommend just seating everything and then getting all the bolts in, making sure everything works, and then seating it, and then giving this a wiggle to make sure it is properly secure and all that. Alright, now what you're going to do is you're going to take these long screws, line the headlight up, and kind of wiggle the headlight around. Pop these in. Kind of do this here. Alright, pop those in. Screw them down tight, and you've just put in new bulbs on your Yamaha Warrior. This is pretty simple, pretty easy, just kind of complicated. It's not like your car where you can just pop the hood and mess around and get stuff done, I guess you could say. With the quad, it's a little bit harder. You have to take the whole headlight assembly apart, see all the, how it works. I think it's a really cool design. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please let me know in the comments. Share this with anyone who might need it. And again, I'll catch you later.